Another day for the history books. Over 2,500 No Kings protests were held across the nation Saturday for the second time this year. Organizers were saying it was one of the largest single-day protests in American history. DITV's news director Kayla Smith and reporter Kebedi Mutumba have more on what the protests looked like in D.C. and our very own Iowa City.
A country with a democracy with protests against monarchies.
Stand up! Stand up!
It's known as the No Kings movement, and it's a response to the Trump administration and what some view as an escalation of executive power.
But we are really here truly to say enough is enough, and no kings, and no dictators, and no fascism, and this has got to stop.
Saturday saw millions of people across the nation taking to the streets in No Kings protests, united in frustration to Trump's most recent policies, like National Guard deployments and immigration detainments.
He's controlling the military that I was in. I would never want a draft dodger as my commander-in-chief.
This is the second wave of protests organized by No Kings, this time with an even bigger turnout. Organizers estimate around 7 million people raised their voices across the nation in around 2,600 events. In our nation's capital, things started early at the Franklin D. Reeves Municipal Center on the north end of Washington, D.C.
It's better being here than like my little towns in Pennsylvania, even though that's great too. It's great to be with so many more people.
To kick off the day of protest, several members of the local community spoke their frustrations to a passionate crowd about how the Trump administration is impacting their city and the nation.
This administration is out here trying to strip people of their civil liberties. This administration is out here trying to round up anybody that is a dissenting voice. And that's why we're out here today. Because the United States of America is not run by a tyrant.
It was an opportunity to get ready for the main event, the walk across the National Mall, where this group of around 1,000 individuals would join 200 other 1,000 in the cause. And the group was ready. After speakers and chants, they walked an hour from the north end of D.C. down to the National Mall, making sure every single main street, side street, and household could hear their voices.
What is the most beautiful thing in the universe? Unity. It's a pop quiz, y'all. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And as I said before, this is a nationwide protest with thousands taking place all across the nation. And while we may have started right here in our nation's capital in Washington, D.C., there is also some happening back home in Iowa City. So let's go ahead and check in with DITV's Kebedi Mutumba with how things are shaping up in downtown.
Kayla, this protest might not be as big as the one in Washington, but there's got to be hundreds, if not at least 8,000 people here. I just got back from following the protesters as they marched 30 minutes ago, and they're still coming down Gilbert Street.
Organizers across the country knew there would be more people at the second No Kings protest, but for the lead organizer of the Iowa City protest, seeing it all come together felt crazy.
Like a week ago, I was looking and like, oh, there's 120 people on the thing. And then today I looked at it and it was over 2,000. And it's crazy how many people showed up.
They showed up to chant, sing, and sway while letting out their frustration with the current administration. The morning started out on the Pentacrest with various elected officials and community members speaking. Then they took to the streets. Many protesters said they were reminded of past protest movements. Decorah resident Lynn White says she was reminded of the people in her family who fought before her.
They fought Hitler and fascism. Now it's my turn. I'm here for them.
Fascism, free healthcare, these are just a few of the things that protesters say were on their minds. That and the potential for trouble. But things turned out to be pretty quiet.
It's peaceful. It's a lot better than what the internet is saying.
There's been nothing but great energy out here and positivity.
With the number of people that attended these protests both in Iowa and across the country, that energy, good or bad, definitely hasn't gone unnoticed. At the University of Iowa Pentacrest, Kebedi Mutumba, DITV.
This land is my land, from California.